I'll show you how to sharpen the blades on a norelco or a remington electric razor. Over the years I've tried all kinds of methods. I'll show you which one has worked best for me. First I'll show you how I sharpen them, then I'll explain how I made the tools to sharpen them. Here in this electric drill I have a ball joint that'll fit the blade perfectly and give even pressure when I go onto the stones. I've got a coarse stone and I've got a fine honing stone. To ensure that the stones are both flat, this is a diamond hone that I can drag over top of the stone, and this will flatten the stones. I'll place the blade flat on the stone. I'll hook the ball joint right into the blade, and in the direction that the blade cuts, I'll go ahead and spin it. Now that we've got the blades sharpened, we'll hone them by putting it on the honing stone. Spin it in the direction of the cut. Now you can really feel it. If you touch it to your fingernail, it just sticks. It's really sharp. So you might be wondering, how in the world do I get a hold of one of these tools? Do they make them? I'll show you where you find them. When you open up the razor, these pieces that connect to the blades themselves are the part that I'm using. There's about 3 different kinds of these. You can see this one has a square, this one has a triangle. Here you can see that the square will fit right into the square of the cutter head. Because of the swivel head, no matter how you move the drill, it'll always maintain even pressure. Here's another type of cutter. This has like 3 sections on it, and it'll go into 3 sections in the head cutter. I typically buy these razors at the thrift store, and when they're used up, then I could take these pieces out of it. I'll show you how to do that. On this razor, there's 3 screws, so I'll go ahead and remove those. When I remove the back, you can see all the components inside. You've got the motor, the rechargeable battery. If I wanted to recover this razor, this is a nickel metal hydride battery that I'd be able to pull out, put a new one in, everything would work. But I'm more interested in these pieces so I can keep all of my other blades sharp. To gain access to these universal joints, I'm going to go ahead and pull these 2 screws out here. I'll pull the front portion of the razor off. This has a completely different design. There's no shaft on it. I'll modify a finishing nail that'll go right into there. I cut the diameter down with a file. I just put it on the drill and then spin it. Now it'll fit on the end of that drill real nice and tight and have the swivel. This will give me the ability to sharpen these style of razors. These blades are nice and shiny, and when you take it and just touch it to your fingernail, you can feel how sharp it just digs right in. Now we'll put it on the honing stone. Now to check it, we'll just touch our fingernail and you can just see it grabs extremely well. Now with these 3 ball joints, we can do all 3 different types of razors. Now it is possible to go to a norelco or remington and buy entire new heads. You can buy just the new blades, but this allows you to sharpen them anytime you want. To get the blades out, it's pretty easy. Each one is going to be a little bit different on how these little heads come apart. Typically, you'll just spin something in the middle like a hub and remove this. Then these blades will come right out. This style has a square in it, so we'll need to find the square attachment that fits. When I take this blade and I put it up onto my fingernail, it just like skates right across. It doesn't like stick in, it's not sharp. Now when we stick it to our fingernail, it just sticks. You can feel it's a lot sharper. We'll sharpen up the other 2. With the blade sharp, these are going to cut a lot better without grabbing your face. Over the years, they've come up with a lot of different designs, so you just have to take a look at each individual one to see how it comes apart. Now, regardless of how old the razor is, now you can sharpen them all up the same way, and it is so much better having a sharp blade.